Dense, beautiful jungle. Birds of every hue. Ropes of vines interlacing giant trees. Sinuous, slimy rivers. Steaming swamp. Barren desert. Undergrowth. Peering, beady eyes. The scream of death. Black laughter. This is Africa. In the village of the Leopard Men, the professor and his party saw Ifabi, a beautiful native girl, apparently transform herself into a leopard. This girl, known also as the Witch of the Moon, has peculiar golden skin, yellow eyes, and is a mistress of the art of hypnotism. One of the warriors, jealous of the interest Jack has aroused in Ifabi, persuades the witch doctor to cast a spell of death on the boy. The witch doctor fashions an image of Jack, performs a mysterious ceremony, and the warrior Adako begins piercing the image slowly with a long needle, working ever toward the heart. In the hut, Jack complains of pains. Gradually, they creep down his right side. The professor is at a loss until he discovers a few small indentations in the boy's arm and leg. Then the cause dawns on him. Witchcraft.
But how can it be witchcraft, Father? Who'd want to harm Jack? Is it Ifabi, the girl?
No, not this time. But if I'm not mistaken, it's because of her. How do you feel now, Jack?
I can't move either of my legs.
Where's Ngoro? Perhaps he can do something.
He followed us here with Ifabi and then vanished. You never know where...
Here he is.
Buana, Melini, him make for devil talk for little Buana.
How do you know it's Melini?
Warrior, him speak Melini for Uzuri Wakapoteza Alikili.
I knew it. One of the warriors is jealous of Jack. At least of the interest Ifabi takes in him. He's got Melini to make a witch charm, and a deadly one at that.
But, Father, how could a witch charm do a thing like this?
Once more, my dear, this is Africa, and well, I don't know. Where's Ifabi? She's the one to stop this.
Guru call Ifabi. She here.
Your great warrior tells Ifabi that a medicine is being worked upon the young white man. What has happened? Let me see him.
His right side and legs are useless. You see those small marks on his arm? They follow down the side and legs.
It is what you call the figure of clay. It is not only Melini. There is another with him. Perhaps Adako, the son of the chief. You have water that is hot?
Some in that pot on the fire there.
It is well. Bring it to me. But first, white man, before Ifabi makes her medicine that will save the little Buana, there is an oath to be made.
An oath?
Yes. One that the white man will keep this time.
Well, if you mean about shooting leopards, I made no promise before, but... Well, I promise you
It
that...
has nothing to do with the leopard.
Oh, can't you do something? This pain's getting beyond me.
What is this oath? Speak, woman.
That you will help Ifabi in a quest for something that lies many days' march from here.
Well, you leave me no alternative, I'm afraid. Is this quest against the white man's law?
No. It is not in the land over which the great white king rules.
Oh, Father, be quick. Jack's face is turning blue.
You have my word, Ifabi. Yes, I'll help you.
It is well. The water.
Here it is.
Good. Into this must go fresh, warm blood.
Blood?
It is necessary to have human blood. Melini's magic is taking the blood from the young Buana, drop by drop.
Oh. Well, I'm ready if you want.
No, dear. I'm used to this sort of thing. I've seen it done before. Get my scalpels, dear.
The blood must be that of a strong man.
Here you are, Father.
Thanks, dear. I'll go and sit by Jack.
Keep the arm moving that is near to the heart. It will delay the spell Melini is working.
All right, I'll do my best.
This right, Ifabi?
Yes. Let the blood flow into the water. So.
No. How much, Ifabi?
A little more. That will be enough. Here is a leaf. Bind it upon the cut. It will stop the flow.
Well, what's the next move?
Let me look into the eyes of the young Buana. His will must be made strong.
How much longer
Do as Ifabi says, Jack. Open your eyes.
Yes.
Look into the eyes of Ifabi, little Buana. For in them lies strength.
Yes. Yes,
You will have the strength that is of my will. You will keep breathing. Your heart will beat despite the needle of death. The curse of the Sisters of Darkness cannot harm you. You will sleep with the strength of the mountains in your mind.
Yes. Yes.
He sleeps. We must be quick. Milini and Adako must be overpowered. The figure of clay immersed in this water. The blood that is in it will give life to the young white man.
All right. Come on, Unguru.
Aye, Buana.
Stay here with Jack, Lorna, and don't worry.
All right, Father.
You'll have to take them by surprise.
Yes, but they will have no weapons. Milini will permit no spear in his hut. Now see, Adako's spear stands in the doorway. Yet must the figure of clay be secured before he can destroy it.
It's getting light. You'll have to be careful.
Milini will be over the fire making his magic. Adako will have the figure of clay, and his head will be bowed to the needle of death.
What will happen to you, Ifabi, when Malini sees you've killed his medicine, eh?
Milini shall not know. He will think that your magic has sought him out. Deal with them as you please. No one will know. The village sleeps heavily after the ceremony of the night.
And I must immerse the clay image in this?
Yes, to the neck. And pray to your gods, white man. Ifabi has done. She goes to keep strength in the sick one.
Come on, Unguru. This is more to our liking. I pray heaven I don't lose my temper too far and kill one of them.
No kill, Buana. No crack 'em neck so hot.
No, Unguru. I'm afraid I'd like to just as much as you, but it just can't be done.
Buana, have sick arm. Guru, catch 'em warrior, huh?
All right. I'll hold a gun on the witch doctor. But for heaven's sake, get that clay image before he can break it up.
Guru, catch 'em.
Guess we'll have to rush the doorway. You all set?
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's go.
So, Melini.
Bossy, Buana. Bossy.
Milini ni muimi.
Stay where you are, Malini. Have you got it, Unguru?
Aye, Buana. It is here.
Give it to me.
May great spirit, O all warrior, make for little Buana we well, huh?
Thanks, old fellow. I couldn't have said anything better than that. Malini. Alufo. You have broken the white man's law. You have made a killing fetish. What say you?
Lord, I am a poor man, and this dog tempted me with salt and rods.
If the white commissioner hears of this, he will come with a rope, and Malini will fly like a bird into the air. Who is this man? Gina, Laga, Nani?
Buana, you know Singizim Zito. Him sleep.
Is he dead?
Nay, Buana, him dog growl again bye-bye.
Well, Guru, I guess we've done all we can here. Malini, there will be no more killing palavers. Or by the hole through which Simbo Mshamba watches the earth, you die.
Yes, Lord. It shall be so. For the white man has great magic.
And when Adako, the son of the chief, awakens, say to him, the white man knows thy thoughts. Walk with care.
The white lord knows everything. It shall be so.
It is well. Come on, Unguru. Let's get back.
Aye, Buana.
Well, I think that's fixed Malini for a while. When I spoke the name of the chief's son, did you see his eyes roll?
Aye. Moon witch make 'em good and dour for little Buana.
I hope so. There's Ifabi standing in the door of the hut. Anything happens to that boy, I'll never forgive myself.
All is well, white man. The young Buana sleeps in safety.
Well, thank heaven for that.
Is that you, Dad?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so glad you're back. Jack seems to be much better.
good. Got some color back in his cheeks, huh? Pulse normal. Sleeping soundly, too. Yeah, he'll be all right when he wakes.
Is your arm painful, Father?
My arm? What do you... Oh, that. No, just a little stiff, that's all. The leaf Fabi put on it has probably healed it by now.
Well, what happened when you went out?
Well, we caught the matter just as Nguru and Fabi said. But I don't think we'll have any more trouble with them.
You didn't...
Kill them? No. No, but I think we've killed the desire to work any more magic in our direction. The chief's son will have an awful headache when he comes to, thanks to Nguru.
Well, I still don't understand what happened, Father. Jack was perfectly normal. And then suddenly he had those pains. What caused them?
Well, to be perfectly frank with you, my dear, I don't know. There's only one explanation I'd even attempt to offer. And that is concentration of a very strong mind upon a happening they wish to take place. Now, in this case, it was something very evil. But the process can be reversed, and a lot of good worked in the same way.
You have not forgotten your promise, white man.
Oh, no, Fabi, I haven't. But I'd like to get a little sleep before we go into the matter. What's that you have there?
It is a golden cup. Fabi wishes you to look at it.
Oh, what a beautiful goblet.
Great Scott. Where'd you get this?
Look carefully, white man. Do you know the lettering and the workings on the outside?
Why, it's ancient Egyptian workmanship with Roman numerals. Why, this piece is worth a fortune.
When you have slept, white man, Fabi will tell you where there are many more like it. But no man has had the courage to pass through the whispering forest of death to recover them.
African drums are talking. Spotted sunlight fades from the floor of the forest, and daytime twilight becomes a wall of inky blackness. The harmless chatter of monkeys changes to the moan of the hyena, the soft calling of birds to the snarling cry of the hunting cat. The beauty of the forest is blotted out. Death stalks abroad, and the night becomes hideous with the screams of its unwilling victims. Beauty and death go hand in hand. This is Africa. In the village of the Leopard Men, Ifabe, the mysterious native girl who has just broken the charm of death cast on Jack by Melini, the witch doctor, hands the professor a beautiful golden goblet with strange carvings on it. Professor Edwards identifies the cup as of very old Egyptian work with Roman lettering and of great value. The girl promises to tell him where there are many more, but first the party must rest for a while, as the place is many days' march from the village. We find the professor and Jack just awakening after a full 12 hours' sleep.
Hello, Jack. You up and about already? What time is it?
4 o'clock, sir.
Is it? By George. Well, I slipped the clock around. Soon be sunset. By the way, how do you feel now?
Oh, fine. I've been waiting for the last 15 minutes to ask you what happened. Last thing I remember was Fabi telling me to sleep. I guess I did.
Yes, you did. Soundly. She saved your life, my boy.
Fabi?
Oh, hello, Nguru. That smells good. Banana cakes, eh?
Oh, go buona.
Yes. Let me get my boots on and I'll be with you. Any water, Jack?
Yes, in that wooden bowl over there.
Little buona, all well one time, huh?
Yes, thanks, Ngo. But I haven't the faintest idea of what happened.
Witch doctor. Him make 'em devil fetish.
Yes, I remember that much. The whole of my right side seemed to be paralyzed. I think I remember the pain moving into my left leg, too. Oh, hello, Lorna.
Oh, Jack, it's so good to see you well again. Are you all right now, darling? No bad effects?
Never felt better, dear. I'm just trying to find out what happened. Perhaps you can tell me.
Don't you think we'd better forget about it, dear? The whole thing seems like a nightmare now. Let's just be thankful Nguru brought Fabi along when he did.
But how did Fabi come to...
Oh, forget about it for now, Jack. We'll discuss it later. Yeah, that war's took the cobwebs out of my head. You know, there's something interesting I want to discuss with you.
Oh, it's something thrilling, Jack, and matches perfectly with what Nguru said was going to happen.
You mean about the health? The buried money?
Yes, but it isn't money that's buried. Here, take a look at this cup.
Isn't it beautiful?
Great Scott, sir. Where did you get that? Why, it's solid gold.
Yeah? What do you make of the carvings?
Well, it's certainly Egyptian work. But this...
Latin? Had me guessing for a while. but I think I made some sense out of it.
What does it say on it, Father?
Well, as far as I can make out, the cup evidently belonged to a set of gold plate that was owned by a gentleman called Septimus. He was the governor of some unheard-of state.
But where did it come from? How did you get it, sir?
Ifabi brought it.
Good Lord, that woman again? She seems to be in everything.
I'm afraid she's going to be in a lot more before we can get rid of her.
She made Father promise to help her in some mysterious quest before she'd attempt to... Well, before she'd help you.
Oh, I see. Well, that was rather...
Better fill up on these banana cakes while they're hot, people. Very good. Guru cooked them.
I had mine in my hut before you folks were about. How does he make them, Father?
With flour from dried bananas. Native dish. Now, come on, Jack.
I'm a bit worried about that promise you had to make, sir. It put you in a rather awkward position.
Well, Fabi certainly chose the right moment to ask it. But now, I'm not at all sorry she did. She says there are a lot more gold cups where that one came from.
But the whispering forest of death she spoke of, what does she mean by that? It sounds horrible.
Oh, it's a native name for part of unexplored jungle. I've heard it spoken of. Fantastic tales of voices that speak from nowhere. You know, the usual native chatter.
Well, what about this forest?
And that's where we have to go.
Oh. Any white man been in there, sir?
No, not that I know of. The natives won't go near the place. But beyond what I've told you, I'm as ignorant as you are on the subject.
Don't even know where it's located?
Well, somewhere on the border. And from what Ifabi says, it's out of the jurisdiction of the white man.
Ooh, I don't like the name of that forest.
Hmm?
Pana, need snake woman. Tell 'em plenty, huh?
Yes, Ngoro. I've never known her to be wrong. But there's one thing we must be very careful of. We must never actually trust Ifabi. Apparently, yes. But she's a combination of breeds that I'm afraid don't make for stability.
There's a lot about her I don't like.
Are you expecting trouble from her, sir?
No, until and if we find this cache of gold. I'm positive the moment her eyes contact anything of real value, she can't help herself. It's natural. We can't blame her. It's in the blood.
Buana moon witch, she come.
Oh, here she comes now. Now, don't forget, implicit trust until... Oh, come in, Ifabi.
You have rested well, white man.
Yes, completely. And I'm anxious to hear more of this journey you wish us to undertake.
We begin with the rising moon, for the keepers of the treasure have left their huts, and we must follow them. Oh, the young Buana is well again.
Yes. I'm told I have you to thank for being on my feet once more.
It is of no matter, for Ifabi has need of the white man's help.
Well, who are these keepers of the treasure?
They are the ones whose place it is to visit the whispering forest of death and talk with the spirits of those who once were. With the passing of the 4 seasons at the waning of a moon, these 2 men leave their huts for that purpose.
Yes, I've heard of such things. They keep the secret of the treasure in one family and visit it once a year to see that it's safe, eh?
And no man may follow because of the devils who guard the way.
Well, then, how did you come by this cup of gold, Ifabi?
There were 3 brothers, white man. They were called the keepers of the treasure. One of them brought the cup to me as a gift.
And now there are only 2 keepers, eh?
Yes. They guard their secret well.
The other 2 found out, eh?
Evidently. So, you don't know the exact location?
Ifabi knows that it lies below the surface of the earth in a box, which rests between 2 upright stones. These stones have a writing upon them which no man may read. But the way through the forest is dark, and the keepers of the treasure know the secret path.
Which will make it easier, of course. Well, does anyone in the village know of your intentions?
I have caused it to be known that I visit the souls of the dead, which is true, for there are many in the whispering forest of death.
Ngoro,
Aye, Buana.
you've heard what Ifabi has to say. What think you?
Buana him say go and Guru say go. Maybe catch 'em forest devil, make 'em fight, huh?
That's all you live for, in the hope there'll be a fight. And we may catch a forest devil at that. Well, any suggestions, people?
Personally, Father, I'd like to know more about this forest with the spooky name. Does Ifabi know anything about it?
Ifabi knows that the breath of eternal sleep whispers unceasingly through its branches. and even the jackals may not stay within the reach of its perfumed breath.
Perfumed breath, eh? Well, aren't you afraid to go in there, Ifabi?
Death holds no terror for Ifabi, since life and death are but one in many ways.
Well, all right, then. It's settled. When do you want to start?
It is well to begin now, as the sun is leaving the earth. Ifabi will meet you where the trail joins the mountains.
Where does the trail begin?
To the east of the village, and will lead along the roots of the mountains. Your warrior will find it. The keepers of the treasure will not hide their marks, for all men know it is forbidden to follow. If Ifabi goes now, you will see her when the face of my father shines upon the earth.
Well, that starts us on the move again. Feel up to it, Lorna?
Yes, I think I'm just as anxious to get there as you are.
Well, we haven't anything to pack. How about supplies, sir?
Have to trust to luck and hope there's meat to be found along the road. What's that you have there, Nguro?
Him plenty banana, make 'em bread, Buana.
Banana flour. Well, you people can have all the meat you want. I'll take Nguro's cake.
Well, have you left anything in your hut that you might need, Lorna?
I haven't anything to leave, Father, unless it was some of the dirt from the cave.
Hear that leopard, sir?
Yeah. Sounds as if it's been wounded. Drum's talking, too.
Buana, him which doctor go for be plenty dead. Locoli say Melini die.
Melini dead? Well, let's have a look. By George, yes, they're pulling down the walls of his hut. There'll be a dance of death in the village tonight.
Does it say how he died, Father?
No, they're merely acquainting other witch doctors of the fact. But I think I can make a good guess. Melini and Ifabi practically ran this village between them. I was wondering how they were going to split up. He evidently knew she was going after the treasure.
Nice little traveling companion to look forward to, sir.
Yeah, so you see what we have to look out for. Hello. Yeah, there's another message going out.
The natives are gathering in the square. They seem excited about something.
Buana, Locoli say white man dower kill Melini.
What does he say, Father?
But the drum says the white man's medicine killed Melini. Quick, everybody. We've got to move out right away. I'll bet the chief's son started that.
Well, they're starting down this way, sir. We can't leave now without being seen.
Cut away through the back of the hut. We can get into the high grass before they get here. Use the big sword, Nguro.
Aye, Buana.
That'll do. Come on, I'll lead the way, Nguro. Follow him, Lorna. Have we got everything, Jack?
I think so.
All right. Let's go.
African drums are talking. The symphony of the jungle night plays on. An undertone of humming insects, like a million violins muted by distance. The staccato bark of a jackal, the chatter of monkeys, and scurrying squeak of small denizens, backed by the soulful wail of a night bird. Furtive, unseen voices of the jungle. The bullfrog booms his incessant message. The darkness is peopled with invisible movement. Suddenly the earth vibrates to the roar of a lion. A blank, dead silence follows. The baton is held poised. Not an instrument speaks. Every creature holds its breath. The world listens. Then one by one, as if guided by the hand of a master, each instrument is brought again into the weird symphony of a jungle night. This is Africa. Ifabi, a beautiful native girl and mistress of the arts of hypnotism, shows Professor Edwards an antique cup of solid gold, which she says is part of a buried treasure lying in the whispering forest of death. Ifabi urges him to start for the forest immediately, and after a week's travel, the professor and his party, together with Ifabi, leaving the moonlit plain over which they have just passed, enter the whispering forest of death.
Oh, this eerie place. I can swear there are voices coming from all around us. Can't you hear them, Father?
I know what you mean, Lorna, yes. But you mustn't think of it that way. No matter what the natives say, we know it's the wind through those tall trees overhead.
But what causes it, sir? We've been in forests before and not heard that peculiar voice-like effect.
Well, I don't think I can give you an explanation, but why think of it?
No wonder the natives won't come near the place. Even the vegetation looks too green. And those patches of red flowers we saw as we came in. Oh, they looked like splashes of blood.
They are called, in your tongue, the flowers of the dead.
Well, that's a comforting name for a place like this. I thought you said nothing lived in here, Bobby. Plenty of jungle noises about.
It is in the heart of the forest that the breath of sleep comes to all.
Oh, I'm very tired, Father. Do we have to go much farther before making camp?
No, Lorna, we don't have to, but I was hoping we'd come across the stream before camping for the night. But I guess Jack and I can go on a forage and fill the bottles. And Guru, you stay here and make camp.
Aye, Buana.
Come on, Jack. I'd like to get this job done. We've allowed the water supply to get too low.
Don't be long, Jack.
Okay, Lorna. Do you think there's water ahead, sir?
Well, there should be from the lay of the ground. Stand still and listen.
Yes. There's running water. I couldn't say which direction the sound's coming from. Confounded whispering seems to throw sound at you from all directions.
Well, if we follow this animal trail, I think we'll find it.
What about those two brothers we were supposed to follow, sir? Bobby seems to have forgotten all about them. We certainly haven't been keeping on any given trail for days.
Well, I think that was just an excuse to get us out of the village as quickly as possible. As it was, we only just managed to get out. I've no doubt whatever that Malini's death came from knowing too much of Ifabi's intentions.
But the keepers of the treasure, was that just a story to back up her claim?
No, I don't think so. We did follow the trail of two men at the start. No doubt they were what Ifabi claimed them to be. But she intended them to get as far ahead of us and do their job and leave the forest before we entered. That young lady has been in this place before.
Why, what makes you think that, sir?
Well, she knows too much about it. She was very definite about us entering at night. And she watched for a whole day from that plateau before she was satisfied we could come in tonight.
Waiting for the two brothers to leave, eh?
I think so. She wouldn't allow us to light a fire all day yesterday.
Well, your hunch about the water was correct, sir. Hey, that looks inviting. I'd like to take a swim.
Better fill up the bottles and get back. Wait a bit, Jack. There's something happening over on the other side of the stream.
It's an animal coming down to drink.
No animal makes a racket like that when it moves, except an elephant. It's something that has no fear of being disturbed. Keep still. Here it comes.
Good Lord, sir. What is it?
I don't know. Don't move for your life, Jack. I've never seen anything like it. Looks like a huge gorilla, but it isn't.
It's coming over to the side. Better shoot, sir.
No. The thing looks half human. Keep still, it might pass us.
In heaven's name, what is it?
I don't know, Jack. It's lucky we were downwind from it. Fill the bottles while I keep an eye open. We've got to get back quickly.
The thing seemed to be covered with white paint. It walked upright, too.
Yes, fairly upright. I think it's a human being, Jack. One that we've read of in books but haven't seen. The thing had a human face. No forehead, of course. Here. Give me 3 of those water bottles. They're apt to get heavy when they're full.
Oh, thanks, sir. But how do you account for the white paint or whatever it was covering its body?
Well, it's probably a clay taken from the ground, and the frizz in it gives it that white look in the dark. They very likely prepare it before putting it on the body.
They, sir? Do you think there are more of them around here?
Well, it's possible, Jack. Science seems to have missed this place. The ordinary African native won't come in here. There are legends about it that have been handed down for hundreds of years, and that's all we know about it.
Those two keepers of the treasure, as they call them, they come here once a year. Surely if they'd seen
Give an
anything
African native a trust like that, and he'd die before revealing anything about the place. Yes, I'm almost positive the thing was human. It had a decided chin, which takes it out of the animal class.
Say, are we on the right trail, sir?
Hmm?
Something seems to tell me we've wandered off. That's Lorna.
Come on, Jack. Straight ahead.
Do you think that thing could have come this way?
It might have. There's light over there on the ground.
Well, this is where we left them. It's Lorna's flashlight.
Well, where's Nguru? Snap that light off, Jack. Stand still a minute. Lorna. Lorna. Nguru.
Are there any tracks around that we can follow?
Put that light on again. We'll look.
Good heavens, sir. That thing's been here. Look.
Yes, I see. It leads this way. Come on. No need for the light. It's left a trail like an elephant.
But it couldn't take the three of them. The two women, perhaps, but Nguru.
I can't understand. Nguru's tracks led off to the side.
But he wouldn't leave Lorna if the whole army came along.
I know. That's what puzzles me. It's a human being we're following, Jack. Of that I'm certain. And I've never known Nguru to run from a devil, let alone a man.
Here's a clearing, sir. Which way do we go?
Put that light down here. This damp earth will show us.
Look. There's its mark. Heading across the clearing.
Keep in a straight line. We'll pick it up where it enters the bush.
Well, there are no tracks left by Lorna or Fabi.
No, they're both being carried. Oh, there's where it went in.
Wana.
Nguru, where are you?
Nguru Sakam Nayana Muto. Here Buana come. Nguru wait.
Where's Lorna? What's happened?
Nguru go for long grass for Missy bed. Here Missy call. Sakam Nayana Muto.
He knows no more than we do, Jack. Less, in fact. He hasn't even seen it. Why do you call him Gorilla Man, Nguru?
Track him say man. Say Nayana.
Well, that's as good a description as any. Trail him, Nguru, and trail him fast.
Aye, Buana.
Nguru was gathering grass for Lorna's bed when the Gorilla Man, as he calls it, came upon the women. Must have seen him or heard him, which means that those things can move silently if they want to.
Well, if it saw Nguru, why didn't it attack him?
Well, it probably saw the girls first, and I don't think of it, Jack. There's an end to this trail somewhere. We may have to give some more people their first introduction to gunfire.
The ground breaks away in front, sir. Nguru's going downhill.
He's come to the end of the underbrush. It's going to be a little more difficult to follow. This must be the edge of the forest. Trees stop down there.
Now look, there's water ahead. I can see the moonlight on it.
There must be a lake. Well, what is it, Nguru?
Kilindi Buana. Him Nayana man hut.
Keep back in the trees, Jack. Nguru says there's a hut out there. Let's take a look. Careful. Great Scott. Do you see what it is, Jack?
The lake is dotted with huts raised out of the water. They're standing on platforms supported by piles.
Lake dwellers, Jack. It's a perfect village of lake dwellers. See the bridge that leads out to each one, huh?
Yes.
And the fires at the end of the platforms. You can see the people sitting around some of the fires. Man, this is marvelous.
But Lorna, sir.
Oh, good Lord, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. I guess I was... Well, do you see any extra movement on any one of those platforms?
No, sir. They all look alike to me.
Well, I guess if there's any excitement, it's died down by now.
But we can't stand here kicking our heels. We've got to do something.
Steady, Jack. We can't rush things. If we're going to get them out alive, we've got to do things quietly. Any trail in front of Nguru?
No track, Buana. We come no good too quick.
Why, were we following the wrong trail? Well, we can't have been. It led straight here.
Possibly one made earlier in the day. Keep calm, Jack. That man wasn't 5 minutes ahead of us. From the look of the sky, no cloud has passed across the moon for some time. But there'll be one in a moment. See? Now keep your eyes on the edge of the forest down that side. When Nguru and I will watch this way. If you see anything moving, let us know.
All right, sir. I hope you're right. But wouldn't Lorna keep calling out and hope that we'd hear her?
She's probably fainted and knows nothing of what's going on. If Fabi wouldn't call out to please Satan. Now keep your eyes open. There goes